Okay.
Day 3?
Day 3.
Day 3
What
of the
has
Contra
happened
Cruise.
on day 3?
Well, we ate a lot more food, despite trying to eat less food.
I ate less food. I
ate less food too, but it wasn't enough less.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I need to eat even less food. But I feel like with the quality of the food that they've got here, I won't get enough nutrition if I eat any less food.
I know. It's like, I mean, I usually eat as much food as possible, but
I can't do that here.
The food here makes me so sick that I need more food.
Yeah.
But it's the only food.
The only food is the bad food.
And I hate public toilets. I mean, I hate them.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Passionately. I've written music, great, beautiful music about how much I hate public restrooms.
Have you? Is it on iTunes?
It's not on iTunes.
Good man.
It's not on iTunes.
Yeah.
So, one of the things we did...
Well, today was another full-on Contra Cruise day, so we started off... What did we do in the morning? We listened to them record the Contra Krugman podcast for this week, so that was cool.
Surprisingly, it uploaded by the time we left that...
Yeah, they bought the Wi-Fi package, and, I mean, it's...
I guess it's better than I would have expected.
It's only a few hundred megs. 30 minutes is a long time for a few hundred megs.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've got some crappy AT&T service. My upload speed on my Wi-Fi at home is... It takes me like an hour to upload these to YouTube.
Yeah, but YouTube is shitty in general.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I don't think that's the entire problem. Like, I think YouTube...
Yeah, well, no, they're only uploading audio, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm uploading... It's a still image, but I'm uploading video. So.
Right, so your file is a lot larger.
But it was fun. And then they had... one of the guests was a game player, a card player.
Well, that was in the afternoon.
That was in the afternoon?
Yeah, it was in the afternoon.
And so we came back in the afternoon after we ate our horrible meals.
Yeah, we did Freedom Feud.
Yes, Freedom Feud. They did Family Feud,
but
only
with, like, Liberty-type stuff.
Yes.
For the most part.
Liberty-themed Family Feud.
And it was all right. It was pretty fun.
Yes. I drank too much coffee.
You always drink too much coffee.
I do. I think I used the bathroom 3 times in the space of an hour.
That's terrifying.
I just thought...
Are you sure you don't have, like, bladder cancer?
No. I'm not sure.
You're not sure you don't have bladder cancer?
I suspect I probably have bladder cancer. And we're going to share the intimate details of that here and now. We've got time, let's do it. That's me rubbing my hands together.
Is it?
I hope so.
The world may never know. Yeah, so then we had, after Freedom Feud was finished, we
ate at, what was it, Sabor's?
Yeah, we ate at Sabor for lunch, which was like Mexican food. Very good guacamole. Then they try to sell you the tool with which they make the guacamole. And you're like, I mean, like, I've never cut myself trying to cut open an avocado because I almost never cut open avocados because I almost never make guacamole. Guacamole can be made well, but I don't care enough to actually put in the effort to make it, so I don't do it.
And I don't like guacamole, and I don't have any trouble cutting open an avocado either.
Right. And I mean, like...
It's not difficult. They're soft.
They're soft and squishy, and you just need to have a sharp knife. A steady hand, which you don't have.
I do not, and I can still do it, so... Yeah. And the coffee. Don't forget the coffee.
Don't forget the coffee. Coffee Tourette's.
Anyway, I have to go perform surgery, so can you carry on the show by yourself?
I can totally do that.
I just call this a show.
Yeah.
Hello, our one friend listener.
Hello, ourselves, who will be listening to this on repeat for no really compelling reason later on.
We do that. I drive home from work sometimes and play the Bernie Sanders one.
Well, the Bernie Sanders one was phenomenally good.
And we're allowed to say that because it is perfectly within the bounds of humility to say that one is awesome.
Yeah, after we finished Freedom Feud, there was a guy who's a professional gambler who talked for about an hour or an hour and a half, answering questions and stuff about his thoughts on gambling and gaming in general and all that kind of stuff, mind games and all that kind of cool stuff. So that was a really cool, impromptu, unplanned talk. It was really cool, actually. Then we had dinner. Dinner was weird again, a little bit.
Was it?
I don't know. Mine was.
What did you order?
What did I have? I had one of those weird cold fruit soups that they do every couple of days. Like you had the...
I had the raspberry watermelon one.
Right.
You had the honeydew.
I had a honeydew melon one.
Yeah.
And that was all right. That was pretty good. but it is kind of weird. And then and it was really small, and it didn't really have anything to it. It was just like, here is some liquid that tastes like honeydew melon, and here is a tiny bit of crushed up, strawberry on top. It's like, okay. I mean, it tastes good, but I don't know what the purpose is. I don't think it really had any nutritional value. And then I had
This is interesting.
Listen to us talk about our food. Maybe we should just skip the whole dinner thing.
Oh no! Because I've got a few things to say about dinner.
Well, we were sitting with some people that were actually pretty talkative and interesting to talk to, so that was nice. I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah. So at Sabor's, I ordered I looked through the menu and I found some. It had a little symbol for spicy, and I ordered pork carnitas, and it had that symbol next to it.
Pork carnitas burritos.
Yes, they were burritos. So it had that symbol next to it. But they brought us an appetizer. I had a bowl of chicken corn soup tortilla something or other with some.
It was tortilla soup
with some obligatory Spanish word thrown in there. It was chicken tortilla soup, and I only ate half of it because I didn't want to eat too much to where I'd be full for my meal.
Because you thought burritos are usually huge.
Yes, you would think burritos are huge. So then they bring me my meal, and it is I don't even know what they're the size of, like, egg rolls, slightly smaller than a Chinese egg roll.
They were smaller than egg rolls. Yeah, that was kind of funny.
And they were filled with nothing but pork. It was just pork and sour flour tortillas. Like sometimes you go to the store and you buy flour tortillas and there's just bland bread, but then there's the really bad brand that has a sour flavor to it.
Oh, yours were sour?
Yeah, they were sour. But there was not a hint, not even a trace of spiciness to the pork. Not even a little. And it had the symbol next to it. It was one of 3 things on the menu that had the symbol next to it. One of them had habanero in the title.
I had barbacoa tacos, and they did not have the spicy symbol, but the second one I bit into was like, oh wow, this one's actually kind of hot. So yeah.
I mean, not even.
And my tacos, my 3 tacos were larger than his 2 burritos, probably by a factor of 2.
Your 1 taco was larger than my 2 burritos.
No, that's not entirely true.
You could have fit my 2 burritos in one of those taco shells.
You could have fit one. Yeah, but the taco shells weren't completely full.
True.
And they weren't full with like a cylindrical object like the burrito. I saw your burritos. They were probably an inch around and maybe 3 or 4 inches long. They were small burritos.
Did you get those dimensions, folks?
Did you get the dimensions? That's only by eye. Bow down. I'm just awesome like that.
Okay. All right, so...
I mean, would you disagree with my assessment?
I do not disagree
of their size?
with that assessment.
And I just kind of glanced at them. You even had the little bowl in front of them, so I had to estimate based on looking at the 2 ends around the bowl. That's how awesome I am.
Yeah, and they served it to me on a plate that probably could have held like
20 of them.
An 8-inch pizza. Yes, 20 of them.
Well, they did the same thing for me with the appetizer. I got like these bacon-wrapped chicken and jalapeno things, and they were like... There was like these tiny 5 little things in the center of this giant 12-inch plate, and I'm like, well, I mean, okay, I'll eat them, but isn't this a waste of a very large plate? And it's like, okay, whatever. They were good.
They were good, but they weren't spicy. That's what really got me.
No.
And then they served me Mexican rice that was like Uncle Ben's out of a package, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it couldn't have been that bad. My
it tasted
good.
that bad.
Really?
Not bad. I mean, I like that, but I mean, it tasted about that quality.
I don't know. I mean, I got the calabasitas, and it was pretty good. It was buttery, and it had some kind of nice spice kind of mix to it.
That was what I was looking at getting, and then I was like, yeah, I feel like Mexican rice, and then I did not get Mexican rice.
I see.
But that's okay. The food was still good and filling.
The food was still pretty good and pretty filling. And
I mean, I ate enough of the appetizers that the small pork meal was not a problem.
I mean, the real
like we didn't get dessert. Dessert came with it, and they
were like, "Hey, do you want dessert?" And we're like, "No, we're pretty full." Oh, that was great. And like the lady came by and was like, "Oh, how was everything?" And we're like, "Oh, it was good." And she's like, "How did you like dessert?" And we're like, "Oh, we skipped dessert." And her reaction to us saying, "Oh, we skipped dessert," was going to go. And so it's like, well, shit. Do we have to go back and get dessert? I mean, Jesus.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else I'd order. Maybe those tacos you got. The
tacos were really good. I mean, they had things on the menu that were not.
Yeah, but a lot of it had fish. I don't like fish.
Well, I'm not a big fish fan either. But if it's done right, I don't know. I mean,
even if it's done right, I don't like fish. Yeah. But then we ate dinner, and I really wanted to try. They had what they were calling like beef something.
The beef sliders?
Beef sliders, yeah. And they were, I mean, it was just hamburgers and french fries. But, you know, I ordered beef tenderloins one day, and then I don't even remember what I ordered the first day. It was something.
The pork chop.
The pork chop, yeah. And those were both good. And today I ordered an arugula salad, which I had forgotten how hard arugula is to eat when it's not finely chopped. Also, I don't like arugula, and now I remember that, and I won't forget.
Yeah, you hope. Until the next time you see arugula on them, and you're like, oh, arugula, I haven't had that in a while. That sounds good. And then you're like, oh, I can't eat this. And then you manage to eat some of it, you're like, oh, I don't like to eat this.
I think I meant Caesar salad.
Son of a bitch.
So that was my fault.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably good for people who liked arugula. It was an arugula pear salad, but it had like 2 dinky slices of like paper thin slices of pear on it. And then my meal came, and it was the hamburgers on 2 tiny hamburgers on a brioche bun. How big around? I'd say they were about as big around
they were about
as a
2 inches
silver
around.
dollar.
Yeah, they're about 2 inches around, or a little less. But you've seen them. Like, people have gotten them at our table both days.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out what the size of the food was like here. I knew that they were going to be small, but the thing was, like, I didn't notice.
Well, like no, I mean,
yesterday someone ordered them. And I looked at them and I was like, oh, I really got to try those tomorrow. And so I did, but I didn't notice how many French fries came with it. Now, I'm not the biggest French fry fan, but I didn't realize until they put the plate in front of me that it only came with like 5 steak fries.
Yeah, there's not a lot there.
Once again, there was a lot of plate real estate that went unused.
Well, it's weird because they had like that meal yesterday where it was like a half a chicken, and it's like,
yeah, some of the meals are just huge,
mashed potatoes, and like there's no sense at all of like. I mean, it would be one thing if they told you how big the meal portion was on the menu, but they have absolutely no hint whatsoever of what kind of meal portion you're looking at. So like I got the first night I got a chicken with like mashed potatoes and vegetables and gravy, and it was like just tiny little thing in the middle of like a gigantic plate. And then yesterday, what did I get yesterday? I pushed yesterday suit day out of my mind, so I don't remember what I bought.
Yeah, we had
but we talked about that already.
Yes,
so we don't need to talk about it again. My God.
Well, we can.
No, we're not gonna.
We can just repeat everything we said yesterday.
We're going to play a complete recording of yesterday's hour and 30-minute, recording
in the middle of this, and then we'll pick back up at the end.
Pick back up at the end, but it'll be an hour and a half later, so we'll be very, very sleepy.
So then dessert came, and we both ordered Cherry's Jubilee, which is, I am convinced that the reason the staff started getting up and dancing and playing loud music and going all over the place was because someone ordered the Cherry's Jubilee. That you're not going to convince me otherwise.
It was not a particularly good Cherry's Jubilee.
It wasn't. It was a slab of vanilla. It was a tiny scoop of vanilla ice cream
that was already melting
with decent cherries in really bad sweet sauce.
Well, it was a
cherry sauce. And
well, it was a cherry. What's the word for it?
A glaze kind of.
No, the cherry liquor. It was what's it called?
What the devil are you talking about?
It was a cherry liquor sauce.
Grenadine.
No, not grenadine. Grenadine is a syrup. No, this was Kirschwasser. It was a Kirschwasser sauce.
Yeah, it was
a cherry liquor. It's basically a cherry schnapps.
Okay.
Which I didn't realize. Well, I mean, I just have a very low tolerance for alcohol, so I didn't realize how much that would not taste good because I don't like alcohol.
I didn't even realize it was alcohol. I didn't really try any though until the ice cream had melted into it because I was too busy talking.
The cherries are soaked in it.
So, yeah, well, the cherries. That's probably what gave the cherries the sweet flavor. They were, but it looked like someone had just thrown 3 ingredients together with no thought. To be honest,
no, not really.
And I mean, nothing has compared to the strawberry mousse so far.
No, the strawberry mousse is by far clearly the forward winner at this point.
And that's Culinary Treats with Rudy and Justin.
Yeah. Fuck this boat. This boat's a jackass.
It really is. We keep coming back to our room. Rudy keeps trying to open the door by pulling instead of pushing. It's been 3 days.
At this point, it's a joke.
He still hasn't gotten it.
I got it. I just do it on purpose.
Yeah.
At this point, I do.
Liar.
Yeah, you say that, but I know.
But
I know deep down.
He knows deep down after he thinks about it that he's probably lying.
I'm not lying. I'm pulling on the door deliberately to get a laugh.
And then,
Anyway.
and then we come into the room, and every day they're putting an animal made out of folded towels on my bed.
Something made out of folded towels. You said it was a dove or like a swan or something like that, but to me it looks like a Klansman sitting down. Like it's got the pointed hat, and it's got like the flowing kind of wide sleeves, and it's got 2 legs. It can't be a dove unless the dove has like man legs.
It's a dove with man legs.
I hope it's a dove with man legs. Maybe they're telling you that they don't like black people.
The person that put it in here was probably a dark-skinned Latin American.
What's your point?
Unless they're being ironic, I don't know.
They might be being ironic.
But they keep putting it on
They
my
might
bed.
think you're a clan member and be trying to...
Like we had to have them separate the beds when we got here because they were pushed together, and we distinctly ordered 2 separed beds.
Well, I think that they set that up. I think that's when they set that up. Like,
okay. Like the stateroom wasn't ready yet.
Wasn't quite ready. Well, like they rung the bell and said the staterooms are ready. But then when we got here, like everything was all wrong, and and our bags weren't inside the room either.
Yeah, but now our bags are inside the room, and mine is a flower bag, so they probably think that Rudy's the one that wears the pants, so they're putting the cute animal on my bed.
Oh man.
Yes, the flower bag legend lives on.
The flower bag legend lives on. And you also had like a yellow sunflower umbrella.
That didn't help. I got them both from my mother.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's just adorable. I'm glad you have the same taste in luggage and umbrellas as your mother. But after dinner, we went to... they had a musical thing, so they had some bands.
Oh, no, we checked out the arcade before that.
Oh, we did that this morning. The arcade was a piece of crap.
Yeah, it kind of... I mean, it had LA machine guns.
Yeah, and it had Time Crisis 4, and it had half of a Mario Kart machine.
Yes, and
so it was a piece of shit.
Yeah, 3 air hockey machines.
2 air hockey machines.
It was like Pinball Pete's with a broken leg.
It was like shitty Pinball Pete's with a broken leg.
And Pinball Pete's is probably not all that great.
Pinball Pete's has Third Strike, usually.
Yeah.
They didn't have a single fighting game.
And the joysticks actually work, unlike when I used to work at Tilts. And
Well, that's a recent development at Pinball Pete's.
Hey, Rich, can I repair the joystick on Third Strike? No, don't bother. Nobody plays it.
I play it!
Nobody plays it because the joystick doesn't work, you idiot.
Moron!
I guess I should point out here that it is uncanny how much Bob Murphy looks like my old boss from Tilts. Like, you remember him, right?
I never met him.
The difference is Bob Murphy doesn't walk around wearing fur coats.
What?
You never met him? You never saw Rich?
No, I never met Rich.
Oh my God! Ask Kevin or anyone about. Just ask anyone we know about Rich. Because a lot of the like when Wizards closed down, a few people from Wizards went to Tilts for a while because they had a Marvel 2 machine.
Right.
Yeah, Rich would actually play games after work. He would invite people to play games, and he always had the strangest clothes. Like, he had one that Brian called his nipple shirt. It was like this gold knit sweater-looking thing, but it wasn't a sweater. It was a T-shirt.
Jesus.
Had like a V-neck, and he wore it with nothing else underneath, and so you could just see his pointing nipples. And then he would come in wearing fur coats, like these really like thick and brown fur coats that had fuzzy hoods.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Good God.
But face-wise, he looks exactly like Bob Murphy.
That's terrifying. But Bob sang a couple songs and was surprisingly good. The drummer was amazingly good singer, actually. That was pretty surprising. Kind of like a biker, the guy with a handkerchief on his head or a bandana on his head, and he gets up there, and he was amazingly good at singing. That was pretty cool. I didn't expect that, especially after the first guy who was doing the guitar. He was trying to sing, and I'm like, ooh, you're not very good at that.
I'm glad. I kind of thought so. He's better than me.
He's a really good guitarist. Like the first song that he played when we got in after YouTube Lady stopped singing was it reminded me a lot of Joe Satriani, honestly. And then he did some stuff that was a little bit more conventional, and then he did another experimental thing which was a little bit weirder, but not bad. And then he tried to sing a song, and I was like, "Ooh, you maybe you can do backup."
And he could do backup. He did.
Yeah, he did. But Bob Murphy was pretty good too. Surprisingly good singer from Bob Murphy. You kind of, He kind of has that nasally kind of nerd voice sometimes, like when he's just talking normally, and then like he actually was belting out some pretty good notes on what did they do? They did. They did.
I don't know what any of those songs are called. I always called the one "Look What's Going Down."
Stop. What's that sound? Whatever. But
yeah, I don't know.
The one thing that was funny was when they sang the song that Bob Murphy co-wrote with what's his name, Sam Hagen or something like that. That Bob was like really, really holding back when he was singing the chorus. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't. I did not notice that.
Like Bob had a pretty good presence when he was singing the other songs, but when he was singing the chorus for that one that he co-wrote, he was really quiet, and I was really surprised by that. But yeah, it was a good experience. And then we had another guy come up from the Furious Primates is what he called it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had a good presence on stage too, but he kind of didn't have good enunciation, so I couldn't really understand him at certain points.
Well, sometimes that's just the way the sound is set up too.
That can be the case too. But all in all, it was a pretty good experience. Some good music played, and some awesome songs.
That was some really, really good guitar playing.
No, he was really, really good at that. Yes, absolutely.
And just for the record, the first people that were playing, it wasn't a band named YouTube Lady. She was just singing a song.
Yeah, I don't know her name. So she was singing a song that was like make a YouTube video was
or
the
something
chorus or something like that. And it was we came in the last 30 seconds of it. So yeah, that didn't put a very good impression on us, or at least on me.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Funny, yes, but I don't think the song was intended to be funny.
And did he say her name was Tatiana?
Tatiana.
That's like one of my favorite names ever, just because there's like a million ways to pronounce that second syllable. Yeah. It's like Tatiana.
Okay. Well, you can have that then.
You don't have to call me Tatiana.
All right, Toddy.
Beth is fine. Tat.
Oh, Lord.
Tatch.
Tatch? The Tatch.
Be my band name.
Tatch into something or others.
No. Bob already called that
I know,
one.
He already did. That was pretty funny, too. But yeah, that was, all in all, pretty decent day, except for the food experiences in certain ways.
No, the food was not a bad experience.
It was not a bad experience. It was just a little bit like, okay, I don't get this. Something here doesn't make sense, and I'm not sure if it's me or somebody else is the problem. The guacamole was fantastic. Best guacamole I've ever had. At Sabor, yeah. That was
the guacamole was... Since I don't like guacamole, and I liked that, I have to say, too, that it was the best guacamole I ever had. But it was still very strong in the cilantro department, and I am not a fan of cilantro.
Yeah, you don't like cilantro, but I really like cilantro. But I still don't like guacamole a lot of the time. Like, I've had guacamole at a lot of places, I was just like, I just can't do this. But, no, it was good. It had a lot of lime juice in it, so it was very... had a nice tang to it. Very, very good.
Get thee away from me, guacamole. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to a thing you said. What are we talking about now?
Was I talking?
Did we already get through everything we did today?
Yeah, today was a pretty short day.
I had a lot of fun today.
Today was a good day, so we don't have as much to complain about, like most libertarians. That was funny. Freedom Feud was pretty funny because the way that Tom Woods did it is he basically asked for 100 people who listened to his podcast to answer these questions, and so like. Some of the questions were just like normal stuff where like, it was just like, what was one of the normal questions? Like, what's the first thing that you take if your house is on fire, right? But then there were some like libertarian questions where like, oh, what's your favorite who's your favorite libertarian author? Stuff like that, where like there was some pretty good like guessing in the audience back and forth between people, and there was some good guesses up on the stage as well. That was a lot of fun. We could have participated in that too, but we didn't.
Oh, I mean, I already won the Awesome Award.
What more
do you want?
You can't do any better than that. But I haven't done anything. So.
I've topped out.
You're at your peak, and there's just downhill from here.
I came onto the liberty of the seas. I conquered, and I can now leave.
You hugged Tom Woods.
I don't want to call that conquering.
God
knows what animal will be on my bed tomorrow.
I bring that up so that you don't use that word again. I'm looking out for you, and making fun of you.
One of the clues. Someone said it was, what is a weapon that you throw? And someone said an axe. and that was a wrong answer. But later on, when they revealed all the answers, one of them was
tomahawk.
tomahawk. And
Well,
I
no,
like to think that the reason that he didn't give them that one for axe was because he was taking it as a personal insult, like someone was calling him a warhawk or something.
I see. Well, no, but the guy at the beginning said javelin, and spear was one of the correct selections, which is
So it kind of balanced out.
it balanced out. Yeah, so that was a little funky.
Nobody there knew what a shuriken was.
No, a lot of people knew what a shuriken was. Bob Murphy specifically did not know what a shuriken was.
Yeah, he was like squinting at the screen when
What
that
does
one
it
came
say?
out. So what is that?
And I'm like, shuriken. He's like, what is that?
Just host the game, Bob.
Host the game man.
Take it on faith. The $6 Avion is still sitting up on the shelf for anyone interested. We still do not have a playable version of Corpse Party.
But that may change tomorrow. We're meeting port in Honduras, and we may find a cheap-ass flat panel TV.
I suspect that Honduras... I suspect that even people in Honduras buy TVs at some point, despite the view.
Yeah, but the question is whether we'll be able to get to one of the stores where they do this,
Yes,
and whether
this
it
is
will
the
be something that
challenge.
we can whether it will be something that we can buy with cash, American cash, because I don't have any money to change over.
Yeah, well, I have cash to change over, but...
Well, we're not supposed to change it over. They said that everything that we're supposed to be able to buy should be able to accept dollars. But I don't know if electronic
Yeah,
stores
I don't know if
included
it
amongst
includes
them.
televisions. I don't think anyone expects you to show up to buy a TV.
Why are you buying a television? There's one in your room. Yeah, but it's a piece of shit.
We need one for 3 days.
Well, we'll just bring it along on the next cruise that we take.
You're funny. You're a very funny guy.
Yeah, I'm a laugh fucking riot.
You better put the towel animal on your bed.
Why would they do that? Clearly, I'm the top. You need a consolation towel animal to assuage your.
Maybe the towel animals are my awesome prize.
I don't think they know about the awesome prize.
They knew about my birthday.
Yeah, but did you write that you are the winner of the awesome prize on anything that you've given the cruise authority?
I may have subconsciously. I may have just written down that I'm very awesome without thinking about it.
We solved the wine bottle problem partially today. They kept refilling it with ice twice a day. And so we emptied the bucket and upended the bucket and put it upside down on top of the same towel. They haven't refilled the bucket with ice yet.
We actually spent 20 minutes talking about ways that we could pawn it off on someone.
We were trying to figure out a good way. Because, it's kind of one of those weird things where it's like, hey, you want a bottle of wine?
And
they're like, where did you get it and why are you giving it away?
And then it's also like we would want to give it to another Contra Cruise member, but
Justin also got it from the Contra Cruise people. So the card that came with it said, happy birthday from the Port and Vacation Authority, which is the small company that organized the Contra Cruise. So it would be like, I don't know if Justin cares about this, but if it were me, I'd be like, well, I don't want to give away the thing that they gave me for my birthday to someone else in front of them. That would be kind of a dick move. But we already know that Justin is a big fan of dick moves.
I would like to take the gift given unto me and make someone else happy with it if it isn't doing anything for me. I am happy that they gave it to me.
Yeah, it was a nice gesture. It's just that they didn't have a box that we could poke that said no alcohol, please.
And then I don't know. I would have to carry it in a bag because it would be weird to carry it around the ship to look for someone to give it to.
Well, you'd have to hide it in your laptop bag. And that's the other thing. It's like, hey, you want a bottle of wine? And you open up your laptop bag and pull out a bottle of wine. And
I'm not drinking that bottle of wine. It was in a laptop bag.
Exactly. How do you do that? What's the etiquette for that? What's the protocol?
There is no protocol for that on God's green earth.
I'm thinking that we might just put it outside the door and put a post-it note that says free wine.
I'm not so sure that would work too well either.
Yeah, there are children walking up and down this hallway.
It'd be like a found cake.
No, a cake is something that isn't sealed, usually. Very well. If you found a cake that still had, it was in a full plastic thing with a bottom and a top, and it still had the unbroken paper wrapper around it, you might eat that cake.
No, I wouldn't. I found it on the ground somewhere.
Oh, the store shelf is the ground, in a way.
Street found cake. is totally different from shelf-bought cake.
But how do you know? How do you know it's different?
Because anyone on the street that would attempt to sell me the cake that is street found will never be legitimate in my eyes. They are in a completely different category than the
Lord
store
God.
clerk.
Oh, Jesus.
We took some more pictures of...
We found the art explanation
art.
plaques. Oh my God! We
went
went on a fucking scavenger hunt because we were walking out.
Yes,
of
the boat sent Rudy on a scavenger hunt.
Yes, the boat sent me on a scavenger hunt.
I was incredulous.
It was glorious because they didn't have. So like, there's 4 stairwells in the boat. One, 2 forward and 2 aft, and 2 starboard and 2 port. So. Like, we came out of the music place where they were playing the music, and I saw the plaque on one side, and I'm like, holy shit, this explains the horrible art in this stairwell. So I took a picture of it. And then I went over to the other side, and it wasn't there. I'm like, no. There's no way that they have a special plaque for just one of the stairwells to describe why they picked the horrible art for the stairwell. So we went down a floor, and there was a plaque there. So I took a picture of that one. And then I was like, okay, shit, we gotta head to the aft of this boat. We gotta find 2 more plaques. So we did that. We went down the thing. By the way, the ocean in the middle of the night looks like a black bottom with a gray top. That's all I'm gonna say.
Give me your phone. I want to read that. I want to read it out.
You want to read it out?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Oh, let's see what we got here.
It involves standing. We've done more work than we have ever done for the show.
My back and ass. Ow.
We don't care.
No one cares.
I'm using the royal we.
Oh, shit, I have so many of these pictures. And then there's a picture of my sweat-soaked shirt.
You just keep taking your sweet time there. All you're doing is giving me more editing work. Don't worry. Oh yes,
Hey,
we also
it's not more work to click and drag.
we also figured out what my real job is when I'm editing.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
My real job is to make Rudy sound more eloquent and
to improve your reaction time.
yes, to improve my reaction time.
All right.
Because there's always these huge gaps between what Rudy says and my responses.
Even your laughs, like I'll say something and like you'll laugh, but it comes like 5 seconds later, and so it's like there's just like this dead zone where I'm like, I know I said something funny, I'm not gonna quite break that yet, and then like you're just sitting there and you're like, do 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 do. Okay, so I've got it. Now, do you want to read it or should I read it?
Take your pick. Either read it or hand it to me.
I'm handing it to you.
All right, so it says forward stair, starboard side. Throughout this starboard side of the forward stairs, the artwork is anchored in our everyday reality, but with a magical approach. I don't know what that sentence means. Some works portray worlds that are lost to us, while others depict historical settings with new inhabitants. None of that did that.
No, that stairwell was the one with like the crazy deer paper mill painting, I think.
That didn't depict anything. They just said that it did.
It depicts a paper mill, but with everything that makes up a paper
It
mill
looked like
replaced
that
by
woman
deer.
was grinding that other woman into the paper mill.
Right. That's the magical touch.
Oh, that's the magic.
Yeah.
Got it. Other works feature elements of surprise, elements from
Like
our imagination,
like grinding a woman into dust.
and the topsy-turvy world of our dreams or nightmares. It didn't say or nightmares. It should.
It should.
Illusion or reality. The art on board Liberty of the Seas. There's an apostrophe after art, but there's no S.
What?
Whatever. It says the art... We'll put this picture up.
Yeah.
The art on board Liberty of the Seas is pure imagination. They just said it wasn't pure imagination.
Nope.
Perception and preconception are a matter of how you look at things. Thank you. Thank you for that explanation. Throughout the ship, we have collected artwork that challenges our first perception of our visual world. The reality of our everyday life has been subjected to interpretation by artists from all over the world. As you explore the ship, you will notice different types of artwork in the forward and main stairs. On the forward stairs, you will find yourself looking into the past while stepping into the future. We invite you to explore the stairs and be sure to look twice. Alright, so that's all bullcrap. It was just really bad art that they managed to get on the cheap.
Yeah.
And really depressing bad art that they managed to get on the cheap, and I guess that's their way of justifying it. A plaque that some idiot put together with bad writing. But it gave us a cool scavenger hunt.
Yeah, 5-minute scavenger hunt. Okay, so here's main stair starboard side, which is the place where there's all the crazy sad women pictures. I'm going to read this one. Throughout this starboard side of the main stairs, you'll find that the subjects themselves are the focus. Various artworks trace different artists' observation of the human condition and reveal the artist's message to us. The artists have started the process of interpretation by placing their subjects in studied environments, sometimes real locations, while at other times constructed in elaborate settings, such as sets for film, by using a mix of photography and painting. Illusion or reality? The art, you're right, there is an apostrophe there. On board Liberty of the Seas is pure imagination.
I think that says
that's
the same thing.
Paragraph. Okay, so they only write one original paragraph, but we won't subject you to the other two because they're probably asinine. I didn't actually read them. I just took photos of them. I'll read them later if it pleases me to do so, which it won't.
Yes. I guess since we have a website now, I got to find a way to put the pictures up on the website or just redirect everyone to the YouTube version of this recording. Because
we can do both.
Yeah, we can do both. We'll figure it out.
Life finds a way.
We will figure it out for you, our great listeners.
Our dear listeners.
Ramon.
Yeah, Ramon. Get back to work, Ramon.
What are you doing? Stop dicking around on the internet.
Listen to podcasts. What is this bullshit? Can you come back on the show again?
Are we begging our one listener to come back on the show?
Yes.
Bring more comics to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what the worst part is? Ramon was we were watching movies one night. He came over, and before he left, he was like, I really want to talk about something with you and Rudy one day. It's like, I don't want to take too much time though, and I know you got to get going about it. It's like, we'll just shoot. And so he talked for he started talking about another thing to do with the comic industry. It was like something about this exodus that happened with a bunch of artists and what they did. And he was just going to talk for 5 minutes about it and get it off his chest. We talked for 4 hours and did not record it.
Oh, Jesus, what's wrong with you?
I kept thinking, okay, he's probably going to be done soon. And then it was like, oh, I should be pulling out the... And then I was really tired, and then it was it's too late. We've already gone through too much of the meat of this conversation to where we couldn't pick it up in the middle. I'm sure he'd be willing to talk about it again sometime.
Sure.
But yeah, it was 4 hours straight. It was really good.
That sounds really good.
He knows a ton of stuff about what happened with... which industry was it? It was the one that these guys left DC for and made on their own. I can't remember if it was Image or what.
That might be it. Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's interesting to everyone, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Ramon? Moderately.
I keep forgetting to turn the light on for the bathroom, so I have to. Every time I use the bathroom...
It's in the worst possible place. Did we talk about this?
Yes, we talked about this, but I'm still having trouble with it. I go into the bathroom, I go to close the door, it's dark, I have to open the door again.
Then close it.
I mutter angrily, reach around the door, turn the light on, Rudy laughs. It's like we're caught in some kind of Groundhog Day loop or something with that bathroom. I won't talk about what happens after that.
Bad things. Horrible things.
I guess it's a good thing I didn't get any spicy Mexican. We're miming the rest of the show, so...
Yeah, you guys are all fucked. No, I think that's a pretty good digest of what happened today.
I guess we don't...
Less complaints, which is surprising considering this is day 3 of...
Oh, we were dead when we woke up.
Oh, it was... you were pretty dead, but I was alright.
We slept for 9 hours. I woke up an hour early before the alarm went off.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had only slept for 1 hour. And then I went to sleep again, slept for another hour, and I woke up and I felt like I'd only slept for half an hour.
Total?
Yes. I mean, it got worse.
Yeah, I didn't have any crazy action movie dreams last night, so I actually slept pretty decently.
I had bags under my eyes that you could have used to throw a corpse in a river.
That's alright, you just need more coffee. More coffee.
Yes. 5 cups.
Well, maybe... What time is it? 11 o'clock? 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock. No, we already discussed this. If 9 hours of sleep couldn't do it, then nothing's going to help.
Then nothing will help, and we're doomed. We are truly doomed. They keep remaking our beds. I don't quite get why they do. Why do they do that at a hotel? It's just a bed. I'm just going to get back in it in a minute.
I'll make it if I need it made.
Yeah, exactly. It takes 6 seconds.
I don't know. They're very happy, so I'm not gonna. I don't want to do anything. I feel like I was kicking a puppy. If I
know you don't want to say it directly to them, but it's just couldn't you guys do less work? You guys take it easy.
We should invite them into. They could do tomorrow's recording with us, or play some.
No, they're probably on the clock. It sucks. I mean, right? They've probably got work to do all day.
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that. I've been a caterer and a waiter, and I've worked the hotel gig before, and I just can't imagine doing it in a situation where it's like, you've got to be here for a week. Like, I suspect that they all have to share a room at the end of the night.
No.
Where they're all sleeping on the floor in the captain's room. Not the captain's room, that would be weird.
Depends on the captain.
The control deck, or whatever they call it on a boat.
The bridge?
The bridge, thank you. I don't know. I've been there
I
before.
don't know boats. I'm just...
There is no bridge on that boat anywhere.
On what boat?
Any boat. Ever.
No,
I mean, no, there's bridges on this boat, but they're like decorative bridges. The actual bridge, there's no bridge.
It's not... It's like... But that's just... Huh? You're just quibbling. Stop quibbling.
I am. How did I forget it was called a bridge? I've written like 5 short stories in which they're on a spaceship and I'm calling it the bridge. How did I forget that?
I don't know. Maybe you're tired.
It could be that I'm tired. I'm actually hungry.
You're hungry? How are you hungry?
Small pork rolls.
Yeah, but then there was dinner after that.
Small hamburgers.
Well, that was your fault. You knew how big they were.
I did, but I expected dessert to be...
Not shitty.
Yeah.
7 cherries and a scoop of ice cream.
Yeah, like, ice cream is pretty filling to me, so I figured that would do the trick, and now I need food. I'm gonna have to order room service.
Go get food.
There's nowhere to get food right now.
Isn't there?
And I have such terminal bad luck. Like I would go and get that bad pizza from Sorrento's and like knock over everyone's stuff on the tables on the way
funny.
in.
That was pretty funny. Tom Woods got up to say goodbye to everyone tonight after the music was done. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Sorrento's and play chess and not eat any of their really bad pizza." He whispered it on stage, but into a microphone, so it was like.
So everyone, including the staff, heard it.
Yeah, everyone, including the staff, heard it. It was
and probably at least one of the cruise organizers.
Yeah, and one of them probably part-times at Sorrento's.
Yeah, it was
pretty funny, yeah. And tomorrow we hit Honduras and buy a TV. Shoot me in the head.
Yeah, I have no idea what to do when we get to Honduras.
We're going to buy a TV.
We're going to find a TV. I'm going to eat something. I don't know what. Maybe
I'm not
sand.
sure that I want to risk norovirus out there.
What virus?
It's food poisoning or stomach flu.
Yeah, you might be right. We have to share a toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have to. I've actually... Because I drink a lot of coffee, I memorize the location of multiple toilets wherever I go.
You're like the Jason Bourne of crappers.
Yes.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's day 3.
That's day 3.
We aren't completely manic today.
We're getting more accustomed to the disappointment of being on a cruise.
Yeah, it does not cease to be disappointment.
Well, we had 3 Contra Cruise events today instead of 2. So that helped.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically 4 if you count dinner.
And honestly, let's not call it disappointment, because we knew before we came here that we probably weren't going to enjoy any of the actual cruise stuff. We were here specifically for the Contra Cruise stuff and video games.
We could look at this.
Oh yeah, let's see what we got in store for day 4.
What's going on tomorrow? Oh god, it's going to be 87 degrees.
Yes.
Son of a whore.
Yeah, so this is great. So one of the few things that me and Rudy disagree on is
temperature.
I prefer the hottest possible temperature without killing me, which is very hot. I could be in 110 degrees in the desert, no problem. And I probably don't even start sweating until it hits about 95. Whereas it was 73 or something in this room when you put that suit on yesterday.
Yeah, that was really bad. Let's see.
Rudy sweats when it stops snowing.
Yeah, basically. That's when I start sweating. So tomorrow we land in Roatan. There are restaurants there, and beaches, and hiking, and forts and churches.
Yeah, I like how it's like you've got to be back to the boat by 5 o'clock, but why not go hiking in the mountains?
I broke my leg. Yeah, you're fucked. But there's a spa for, I'm quoting here, 75 minutes of pure pampering, end of quotation. With massages.
Well, I'll be getting that.
Like 3 different kinds of massage. Like, who needs that much fucking massage?
I didn't know there were different kinds of massage. It's like, need the muscle.
Yeah.
Is there more to it?
Yeah, they have a full body massage, a pressure point foot massage.
That's not a real thing.
And Indian scalp massage.
That's also not a real thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a head scratch.
We're going to scratch your head for a little while. No, it's one of those. So Penn and Teller did an episode where they did like bullshit, where they did the goofy fake medicine, and that's one of the things tomorrow is reflexology. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. Then they've got a designer handbag sale. You might be interested in that with your flower bag. Get a replacement for your flower bag or something that matches with it. They've got Caribbean extravaganza on the Royal Promenade with reggae music by Laments Oh my god, it is Laments. No, I'm fucking serious.
Did we say that in the recording the other day?
I don't know. I was saying that like the
it was at one of the I think it was at one of the events where you were like by the end of the week it's not nobody's going to be singing anymore. It's just going to be laments into a microphone.
Yeah, but now they've got reggae music by L''immense.
I think it's meant to be elements.
No, it's laments.
It is now.
It is now. And then they got Dancing Under the Stars pool party, which is kind of weird because it's either really overcast or the boat puts out so much light that I can't see a single star outside.
Well, we could go to the top deck and find out.
I don't want to go to the top deck and find out. I want to go to sleep. I'm fucking tired.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Because if you do that, you have to wake up.
What's your point?
I guess you don't have to. Is there any...
Yes, I do, but I'm used to that.
I've been looking for a use for that bottle of wine, and so help me God.
So help you God what?
Murder could be a use. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, good luck.
So stop it with the handbag comments, you dick.
Hey, you're the one that told me that I didn't have to close the top of the toilet when I flushed it.
That was true. You splashed water on yourself and came out of the bathroom and called me a dick.
You're not sure about that.
Either that or you did something horrendous to that toilet.
Can't both be true.
Yeah, the toilet says please close lid and flush, and I haven't done that once, and it's worked just fine. And then
then I asked you about it, and you're like, no, it's fine. I'm like, okay. So I go into the bathroom. Yeah, I splashed water on myself. Not toilet water. I mean sink water. It was clean.
This is how starved we were for entertainment at that point.
We were starting to get like giddy in the sense that like everything is getting ridiculously funny. Like, we were laughing about something idiotic last night. I can't remember what it was, but there it was.
No, it was. Oh God, what was that?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you keep talking. I'm going to try and think about what it is.
Oh Jesus. Okay, so what else is going on tomorrow on day 4? It's another casual day. So that's nice. That means I don't have to stay in the room all night. They've got you know that room service is available 24 hours a day, right?
Yes, I do. That's why I said I'm going to order room service.
Yeah. And Cafe Promenade is open 24 hours a day.
Is it?
Yes, that's what it says.
I might go there. I don't know.
And
it'd be creepy to go alone.
No, it's a cruise. Go by yourself and have fun.
Actually, it's creepier to go with you all the time, I guess.
It's
especially
exactly.
With a flower bag.
Johnny Rockets is open until midnight if you're hungry.
I think I'll check out Cafe Promenade.
Or Cupcake Cupboard is open until midnight. Ben and Jerry's
cupcakes sound good.
Ben and Jerry's is open until midnight as well. You'll have to get moving.
I like junk food.
But I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah, there's a bunch of other random shit going on.
Well, at some point I'm going to interrupt your sleep by coming back into the room.
You won't interrupt my sleep unless you try to talk to me, in which case I'll have a conversation with you that I won't remember in the morning.
This is driving me nuts. What were we laughing about so hard last night?
I don't know. You said you were going to keep thinking, and here you are bantering like a jackass.
I am thinking.
Wait a minute. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. there's a Nintendo Wii bowling competition, and then a Nintendo Wii Open Play at the On Air.
So crappy video games.
Yes, but we could. That suggests to me that if we're smart about it, that we can get a screen there. It might cost us something, but we can go check it out.
Yeah, we could get them. We could get people in on a dancing all night competition.
We could.
We could just pretend we're part of the staff for a while.
Well, no, I mean we could go there and see what they have. Like we should probably go to On Air tomorrow and see what they have. Okay. Because I don't want to spend any time getting sick in Honduras. Then they've got.
God.
Oh boy. Oh, they've got that character from your favorite movie, DreamWorks Puss in Boots. He's making an appearance at 5:15 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. on the Royal Promenade by Sorrento's.
Oh, was it Toei or Toho that did the old 1970s Puss in Boots animated film?
Well,
whatever it was, they were way better.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's other random crap going on. They have a bunch of teen events, ages 12 to 17, so okay. They have more music and dancing. It's all probably pretty shitty. I don't know who
was it something like we were talking about someone falling down or something happening with their face? God,
I don't know. I was half asleep. How would I know? There's an LGBT gathering at the R Bar.
Why? I hate you so much. I should go down there with the flower bag.
In a dress.
You don't want to see that.
No. It'd be so funny. Because they'd be like, oh, where's the other guy? And you'd be like, oh, he doesn't know.
That would be classic.
That would probably be the most confusing thing those people had ever heard in their lives.
Yeah.
He came to this cruise with that guy. He's here the entire week. He came down here in a dress, and the other guy doesn't know. What is going on? How does he not know? He has a flour bag.
The flour bag doesn't prove anything. Your borrowed it from my mother story is at least reasonable. I think I've actually seen that bag before. I think you've borrowed it before.
No, I've never borrowed that bag before.
Are you sure?
No, I didn't know my mother had it.
I could have sworn I've seen that bag before.
I did not know she had it because we had for all growing up, like from the time I was born, they had a blue and burgundy bag.
Yeah, you talked about that.
And so like I didn't bother buying luggage because unlike you, I looked for luggage at Kohl's where apparently every piece of luggage is over $200.
To be fair, the ones that I found at Walmart, there was a bunch of them that were like $97 to $100 and some dollars, and then there was like one that was like $40, and I'm like, sold.
Yeah, but still, you found one for half the price that I did, and I was like, it couldn't possibly be much cheaper than that. And so I was just like, hey, Mom, do you still have that old luggage? And she goes, yeah. So apparently they've had that one for a while.
I guess so. It's too bad it doesn't have legs like in Discworld, and then it eats people or something.
That is too bad. There was a time in my high school career where I thought it would be awesome to have that luggage.
You don't think that anymore?
Well, I'm not in high school anymore, so there can no longer be a time in my high school career where I think that. I still think that now.
Yeah, that was my point. I mean, it seems like there's no reason for that to change. There's no reason for you to preface that with, "Oh, there was a time in high school where I liked that, but luggage." When it's like, I like that luggage is much shorter and gets the point across.
Do you want to trick out my mother's luggage
with legs?
Yes.
How do we make them work?
Well, we have the.
And I'm going to be honest, but I think you'd be a terrible Rincewind.
Probably. I'm pretty good at sorcery. We do have the clan dove legs. We could use those.
Oh, God.
I think the clan dove should be our mascot.
They have a wine tasting. They have visual trivia. They have footprint analysis.
By the way, throughout the whole video, I'm going to be flashing...
What the fuck is footprint analysis?
They take a print of your foot and analyze it.
How? Analyze it how?
This is a hobby that foot fetishists have. We're not participating.
No, but do they have?
Or at least you're not. I might during the LGBT.
No, it's just before it, so you can go to both.
Okay. I don't know if they'll let me in the dress there.
No, it's fine. It's not a formal day.
Who said I had a formal dress?
Just as long as you're not barefoot.
You think I don't know how to party?
Oh God, it's made of leather. Oh God. They've got X-Men Apocalypse on at 6 p.m.
Seen it.
Which one is that?
We could watch it and do a movie review of it for day 5.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
I mean, we still haven't put up our Ghostbusters one, which precedes several of the ones that we've done so far. We're just trying to...
The problem is that we wanted to get all of the stupid party platform ones out of the way before
we wanted to do it before the cruise. Now we have to get it done before the election, when it's going to be completely ineffective. But at the very least, we're hoping that some people hear the Gary Johnson one before the elections, just so they can get a good laugh. Even if they're going to vote for him.
I was so pissed. I mean, you probably are, if you're listening to this, then it means you listen to our podcast. So it means that you've probably heard the Gary Johnson ones already, because they'll probably be coming out first.
Yes, they will. I mean, these will be very easy to edit.
Oh my God, we looked at Gary Johnson's platform positions on his website for his campaign.
It made us angrier than the Trump and Hillary ones.
It made me angry.
Specifically, Rudy lost it.
I was pissed. Because he's just so bad at campaigning. It's just oh, this is such a wasted opportunity. You fucking... Oh, God, I'm already mad again. I need to stop. Jesus. Oh, you can buy charm bracelets at $7.45.
I'm not going to the LGBT thing.
No, this is after. You can go to both.
They sell them after the LGBT thing by the LGBT.
They do, actually.
It is hard to say LGBT repeat. Lugabutter, that's what I'm calling it.
There's a lotto drawing at 11 p.m. for some reason.
For a dress.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shitty music, and they give us local law enforcement agency contact information for the U.S. Embassy in Honduras and local.
No, I was going to say, why would I want to call the police in Honduras? I don't want anything to do with the police in Honduras. There's no telling what they will do.
The police in Honduras are probably way nicer to Americans than the American police are to Americans, because the Honduran police don't want to have bad stories about them get out, especially in a resort town like Roatan.
Yeah, I suppose. They probably get flack from the mayor or whatever they call it down there.
El Dictator.
Are we being insensitive?
Yes.
La Mayor.
Elmer. Oh, a family movie on the big screen at 5 p.m. Goosebumps.
Why are you telling me this? I'm not watching that.
I'm just reading shit off of
It's
this.
a movie about the Goosebumps novels with Jack Black in it. I'm not watching
It
it.
has Jack Black in it?
Yeah.
Good God. I hate this boat. This boat's a jackass. Anyway,
I think
we've run the gamut.
we've,
That was like a 40-second pause.
yeah.
I don't care anymore.
We're done.
I'm tired.
We're done. Closing up. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye and good night.
And good luck.
Live long, prosper. Don't go on cruises.
Yeah.